Good evening, everyone. Welcome to closing comments here on December 11th. Let's jump right into our charts and see what happened in the markets today. First up, February live cattle on the board. Yesterday we had that nice strong finish by the bulls as they pushed up there towards the current week's range and had a nice strong finish for the day. Had that momentum carry right over into today's session as we anticipated. Gap open up there at 229.85 and the bulls just hit the ground running, pushing higher up there towards 232. Not able to get up there into that gap quite yet, but the bulls are on their way. Uptrend is moving higher. We should see these cattle prices continue to rally, and the bulls are going to keep on pushing up towards that gap and try and finish the week on a high note. So look for them to keep on pushing and carry this momentum from today over into tomorrow's session and have a nice strong close for the week for the bulls. Next up, March feeders up. Yesterday we also saw a nice strong finish with that market finishing right up there below our bear pivot at 333.57. A lot of pressure being built up over the last couple days here with multiple daily highs coming in right around that pivot point. Offering a nice little launch pad for the bulls here today. Once again, another gap open with today's price opening at 334.87. Nice strong push up there towards 339. Chewing into that gap a little bit here, but not quite able to close it yet. But the bulls are rolling, got this uptrend on track. We should see them take this momentum from today's session over into Friday and try and finish this week on a high note. Look for the bulls to try and close this gap here before the weekend is up. If not, they got some bullish momentum here to take into next week. So at the moment, the bulls are rolling here in this cattle market, and we should see some higher prices come from here and have a nice strong bullish push into year end. Over to the corn futures now. Different day, same story, more chop here in this corn market. Prices still just stuck in between 440 and 450, trading more like in about a 5-cent range here in between the pivot lines. At the moment, still expecting to see this range bound action continue. Price has been pretty sticky right around here between 440 and 450. We expect to see this rangy, choppy action continue until we can get a close beyond either edge to lead the next leg out of here. In the meantime, look for this corn market to hang out here a little bit longer. Crude oil prices getting the downside back underway here today after yesterday's late rally. Prices failing to climb back above that 20-day moving average and having a nice flush today, all the way down to down to the low of the day at 57.01. Nice breakdown there, retesting these lows from the month of November. At the moment, the bears are moving, and we should see them continue to push down here towards the mid-50s. Nice slow bleed should continue here in the soil market as prices are going to keep climbing back down, pushing back down here towards these mid-50s where we've had these long wicks and yearly lows down here right around 55 to 56 bucks. Look for these bears to keep on pushing towards that level. And last but not least, equity markets with a nice strong finish here today. NASDAQ was definitely the weakest of the bunch, but we did see a nice rally after last night's weird sell-off. We did see the NASDAQ down as much as 1.5% during the overnight session, and early today, off that opening range, we did see the NASDAQ, if we can get there, we did see the NASDAQ make a nice sharp break off that opening range, retesting the overnight lows, but saw some good buyer support down there right around 25,400. Seeing this market rally right back up there towards 25.8, key level up here in this NASDAQ index, continuing to hold, but we're continuing to put some pressure on there. Good buyer support as this market did retest that 20-day moving average overnight, and like I said early this morning, really putting a lot of pressure up there on 25.8. We expect to see the bulls try and take that out here as we go into the weekend. The bulls want to have a nice strong finish to the week here and get this uptrend confirmed and see more highs and more new all-time highs come from here. S&P had a nice strong finish above 6,900. This is exactly what we wanted to see. Finish there above our bull pivot should have this market rolling. Look for a follow-through day to come tomorrow, and we are within spitting distance of new all-time highs here on the S&P futures, so we could be knocking on the door of that here before the weekend is up. If not, we should see this market continue climbing into next week as well. And last, the Dow index with a nice strong finish here today at new all-time highs and seeing some of that momentum spill over here into the evening session. At the moment, this market still remains very strong and healthy. Saved ourselves from any sort of correction. We got about a 5% pullback here is about all this market really had to offer. And we should see this thing keep on rallying into year end. Santa Claus rallies coming early. Look for these equity markets to keep on climbing. Thanks to everyone for tuning in tonight. This is it for the week. We will catch you this weekend for our Week 50 Market Watch. Thank you guys.